Hey everybody, Alex Miller at Captain here. I've got bigger fish to fry this week, but this one is just too heavy to not spotlight for you guys. There was this huge breach over the long weekend at this company that makes, or more accurately, they make this tool called MOVEit Managed File Transfer. And all this thing does is you want to send a really big file from your company or government agency to another one. And this might sound a little silly to some of you, like, do you need to pay for this? Moving a lot of data is kind of like moving a lot of money. You might naively have moved a little bit somehow, and it wasn't that bad, and you'd assume there would be a good way to do it, and then it's kind of a nightmare. So people pay to have a tool that's basically just to put a big file on the web so somebody else can bring it down. There's a lot that's classic about this story. There was a bug that allows some rando who shouldn't have any privileges at all, who's trying to log in, to actually log in and then escalate their privileges crazy forever until they basically own everything, which is how a lot of cyber attacks work. I also want to point out here that if you're affected by this, what you're supposed to be doing right now is getting these patches from Progress Software that makes the thing and installing them right away. And this is another common theme in cybersecurity. Either you fucked up and you didn't get a patch a while ago you should have gotten, that's why you're in trouble, or we're desperately trying to patch the thing that the bad guys found first, and then if you're lucky, you might get the news and patch the thing. So I hope if that's you, like, patch it, go patch it. I'm trying to help you. Okay, so this was an attack by the Russia-linked Clop gang. Apparently, attacking these file transfer systems is in vogue. It's not terribly hard to see why. If you pull it off, you might get a nice smorgasbord of all kinds of data going all kinds of places. So if you're opportunistic, you want to play the data loss theft lottery, this is a pretty good one. So this Cloud Gang actually attacked another tool called Excellion in 2021. Why is this story huge? The data loss is awful. Lots of huge government agencies lost probably tons of juicy data. I think more information is coming out. The information that's coming out is absolutely nightmare. So, for example, the Department of Motor Vehicles in Oregon and Louisiana, both these organizations were caught up in this and lost huge files of data on residents. So I'm going to read through this. All Louisianans with a state-issued ID maybe had their information lost. So that leaves out kids. That's it. Do people ride the subway to work in Louisiana? I think people mostly drive. That's probably like basically the whole adult population of the state. Here's what was exposed. It's all the juicy stuff that's attached to your driver's license. Name, address, social security number, birth date, height, eye color, driver's license number, vehicle registration number, and handicap placard information. So that is really bad. From a PII standpoint, social security number is maybe the apex of the pyramid, and then they got your driver's license number too. Just really, really bad. Similar story in Oregon. A lot of other government agencies had their data lost. Probably more so is going to come out. Just really, really bad. So if you were anywhere near this thing, you should look into it. It's a nuclear bomb going off of data loss. I'll just close. Not many people know this. The DMV often resells your data like anybody else. We got this great file on all these people in California, Louisiana, or Oregon. Do you want to buy it and merge it onto your other data? So I don't really know who they were sending it to when it got lost, but they do more with that data than you would think or probably want. Wow, so this is, in a way, this is pretty generic. It's not that interesting. It's a pretty standard breach, but the notable thing is, wow, so much data lost, and the good stuff as well. Wow.